at the height of the Cold War, about the early to mid 1960s, espionage was probably at its highest. We're talking Soviet spies up the wazoo, right? And also, probably, CIA American spies and all that stuff. We all know the story of espionage at its finest, during the Cold War. But now I'll say there's a second Cold War. And no, I don't mean with, the USA, Russia, China, and all that. No, I don't mean that Cold War. I'm talking about the filmmaking Cold War. All right? There's a Cold War between the indie filmmaker who acknowledges that modern cinema in its state right now, especially with last year having like almost no good movies, right? We're talking these people and then the big companies who, just keep pushing out these films to make money, right? And then, you got the little like mid-ground kind of stuff like A24. If you don't know, A24 is making a movie about the backrooms. But there's someone who is actually going to make a backrooms movie. I don't remember his name. I know his name was something with an A, and Morantis or something like that. I don't know, but I know he was thinking of making a backrooms movie a while ago, which is pretty funny, that A24 actually took that idea. Not only from that, A24 also they're making a movie called The Inspection about the Marine Corps, and that's it's very interesting. I think that Anne Morantis guy actually had a movie called The Inspection, and it was kind of military related in a sense. And come to think of it, I think that Anne Morantis guy actually was in the Marine Corps at some point. All right, yeah. So the point I'm trying to get at, right, is like. I'm not trying to sound like a schizoid or anything, but A24, man, they're keeping their eye on me, right? All this time I thought it was like the FBI or something, What the fuck was that? Obviously I joke around, right? Like I know, I don't know for sure, but I know, the FBI and the NSA and stuff, they like to, peek in on people's, personal lives. With me, it's A24, man. They're taking all the ideas right now. And like, it just makes me think, right? It's like, how many ideas can I have that I plan on making in the future when I actually have, like, the logistics to do it? But then A24 is gonna fucking take it, man. And you think I'm joking, right? You guys all remember Inspection, right? Back in, like, 2020, right? How I made that? Well, a few years later, A24, they make a movie called The Inspection, and it's about the Marine Corps. And I'm like, wow. And they actually have the money and the marketing power to actually put it out there, right? Me, like, Inspection, I think it has like 400 views, maybe, right? Maybe a little less than that. I don't even know. And now, right now, I'm like, damn, I want to be the first guy to make a live action liminal space movie. It wasn't going to be the Backrooms necessarily, but I wanted to implement the idea of liminal spaces into a live action movie. And guess what A24 did? They're taking Kane Pixels shit, right? And they're making it into a movie, and Kane Pixels is directing it. And I'm like, bro, you gotta be kidding me. I was this close to making it. I was that close to making it. And now, right, if I make it, they're gonna be like, oh, he's just copying A24. That's it, pretty soon they're probably gonna take Enemies of the State. How much you want to bet they're gonna take that too? And they're gonna be like, oh, fucking, this Enemies of the State stuff sounds pretty good. We're gonna make it into our own thing, right? And this Amarantes guy, fuck him, man. Like, what the hell, man? That's my movies. You're taking my ideas, but they're just ideas until you make them, and that's why I'm not gonna hesitate anymore, right? And this has been going on for years, right? I've been wanting to make these movies, but I'm always hesitant because I want to do them right, and I know to do them right, I need to have the resources available to me. And I have some resources available to me, but it's gonna like not be an absolutely great movie, I'm sure you all know, with me and that whole Sam Hyde video, right? I still sometimes talk to Sam, right? And he straight up told me my shit was bad. And I'm not angry at him with that, right? He was telling the truth, and I completely acknowledged. I'm like, I can absolutely agree with you that the audio is atrocious in these movies, and I'm trying to fix that, but it's just not easy. Like the scenarios, right? The situations, going on in my life right now, it makes it real hard to try and coordinate these films, right? And it just makes everything so much harder than it needs to be. So I acknowledge, right, that I need the logistical capabilities to make these films. But in the meantime, people are taking those ideas, so I'm like, well, there's no point in making the film anymore because it's being taken by a company and they're gonna make it their own, right? Even though I probably had the idea. How much you want to bet there are other people out there who are gonna make like a Backrooms movie, right? And they just they can't now because people are gonna think they're copying them, but not anymore, man. I'm in the works of making a horror film right now, and I'm gonna make that thing, and I'm making it right now. I'm not writing it because I wanted to take like kind of a backseat with the writing and focus more on like the actual production aspect of it, right? Because with these films, I'm trying to build a portfolio up to making a big one, like an actual budget. So, with Awkward, that was me learning how to get back. Well, actually, with the Cookout, it was me learning how to get back into like the filmmaking habit. With Awkward, that was to understand how to make a movie on film, because that was shot on black and white film, and that was the first short film I ever shot on 16 millimeter film or any film at all. So that was kind of to just get myself situated in this. And this one is now I'm trying to put it all together, right? I'm trying to take these aspects and say, now we got to put this together with a very minimal budget. We have to put together a great movie, right? So we can build up this portfolio of like 6-7 short films and show this to people like A24, who will be like, damn, yeah. Like, hey, listen, A24, all you had to do is talk to me, right? You didn't have to be like, oh, he's gonna say no. Oh, he's gonna say no. We just gotta take the idea. Just talk to me, right? I know you guys are watching this, right? You gotta be, right? So just call me, right? Email me, do something. I will gladly work with you. I will give you my ideas so long as I have a little bit of creative control, maybe directing it or something. Just talk. Just call me. Just talk with me. Let's talk, A24, please. I want to talk. I want to talk to you. Please. Please and thank you, okay? Rant over, I just wanted to kind of clarify, I know A24 is not spying on me. Please don't call some sort of mental health services and be like, I'm a little concerned about Hayden right now. Don't, I know they're not spying on me, but it's just like this habit of like, you have an idea and it gets taken by like a bigger part. Because Card Wars, back in the day, Adventure Time, right? I was 7 years old and I'm like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if like Card Wars was a thing? Because I was into Star Wars. Like, I loved Star Wars. I still love Star Wars now, but back then this was the only thing I would talk about. And I was like, oh, I like Star Wars, but Card Wars, that's a funny play on words, It's that flickering light again. This is sunlight. This isn't a light or anything. This is sunlight, so I don't know why it's flickering. But yeah, I'm just like, I love Star Wars, so I'm like, all right, yeah, let's make Card Wars. That's funny. Adventure Time took that. They took Card Wars and they made it part of the show. But, I'm like 8 years old, so I wasn't going to do anything about it now. But from now on, every time I have an idea, I'm going to copyright it. Not to be an asshole like that, but I feel like I have to now, right? If I want to be the ones making these movies, right, and not have someone else take that idea, that's what I got to start doing, Because all right, don't lie to yourself, don't lie to anyone else. We all know the movie industry right now is so bad. We all know it's so bad. I think the best movie I saw last year at all was Batman, right? And that wasn't even like a greatest picture of all time. This is like, it's a good movie. Yeah, I actually really liked it. But this isn't like, great classic works, And that's about the best thing I saw last year, right? I saw the trailers for a lot of movies of the last year and even like the beginning of this year. I don't even want to see them. Cocaine Bear? What is that? What is that? Tell me what that is, please, right? I watched the trailers, I'm like, absolutely not interested, right? Don't care if it's a comedy, don't care about anything. I am not interested in that. The only thing that piqued my interest was Ray Liotta, rest his soul, right? I saw him in that and I'm like, Ray Liotta? But, all right, I'm just going to stop wasting you guys' time, Moral of the story, if you have an idea, get it out there before someone takes it, all right? Thanks, guys.